My name is Yemi Solomon. I was raised in the Ethiopian Pentecostal church. I know that I've experienced God's love from a young age, and I give a lot of that credit to my mother because she was on a mission to make sure that her children were raised in the church, rooted in faith and rooted in community. I think of Proverbs 22:6, where it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And I really recognize just how much that applies to me. I am the middle child of 3 sisters. My older sister was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, which is a disorder that affects brain development. She fully relied on a wheelchair for mobility. She was non-vocal. She fully relied on feeding tubes. And so that in itself came with all of its challenges. Coming from this background has also shaped and formed my own sensitivities towards other families who are like mine, who needed the additional support. So I moved to New York in 2021 to start grad school. And shortly afterwards, just in regards to my spiritual life and my emotional life, I definitely found myself drifting. I think I found myself in this place where I recognized I was independent, I recognized I was sufficient, and somewhere along the ways, I stopped recognizing how much of that came from God. I found myself questioning the role faith played in my life. Me thinking I was this independent young woman who is taking on New York was just a recipe for failure at the end of the day. Because ultimately I find myself grappling with depression, grappling with loneliness, and grief ended up resurfacing because while I was in New York, I shifted career paths from teaching to behavioral therapy because I wanted to specialize working with children with autism. And then when I further worked with these families and with these children, it made me think of my older sister. She passed when I was 14 years old. And then you recognize grief comes and goes in waves, right? I was tired of feeling so disconnected. I was tired of being homesick, really. Even though I was living in this large city of all these, with millions of people around you. You're in a room full of people, but yet you could still feel so lonely. What is the root of that? And in that, I felt the Lord just nudging me back and just telling me to come back home. And ultimately going back to that foundation that my mother made sure she set in me. I began looking for churches again, and then I ended up finding Trinity. And from the moment I entered Trinity's doors, there was that familiarity. And it was by my 3rd visit that we're in the middle of worship, and the person sitting to the right of me, tapped me on my shoulder and asked if I could pray for her, which at the moment I thought, okay, yeah, sure. I wasn't used to the culture of the church then. Prayed for her, and in return, she asked me if I needed prayer for anything. And I remember at the time just uttering how homesick I was. And she prayed for me, and in that moment, I felt something shift. So after that Sunday, I knew I needed to make Trinity my home church, and I had decided to start going every Sunday and just keep showing up. And when opportunities to serve came up, I heard about Church Kids. I got to know some of the people at Church Kids, and then I couldn't stay away. I remember I joined in on this one huddle, and it was mentioned that they're looking for someone to support kids with different abilities. And I remember saying quiet, said, that's not gonna be me. I didn't say anything, but there was a small little conviction. And in the midst of that, I felt the Lord just interrupt my thoughts and tell me, I equipped you for this. And so the fact that a room like this does exist, it does bring so much joy to my heart. Being able to operate on a weekly basis and support these kids and know that they are loved and know that they are being met where they are, it just brings so much joy to me. There's this bigger thing at play here that the Lord is using every little thing. He's using my story, and it's just an honor to be able to be a small part of that. I think my life is the testament of how God's faithfulness has just been beautiful to see. Going back to Proverbs, yes, I may have drifted, but I did not depart.